99% of designers are sitting on a gold mine of skills that they themselves don't recognize. The skills that make you a good designer are actually half the skills that make you a good content creator and a personal brand. In this video, I'm going to talk about personal branding for designers and how they can leverage their skills to beat competition and get a head start. And we are also going to consider how designers can use the same skills that they already use in their jobs to make more creative, more scalable, more monetizable and meaningful work. Okay, here's the outline of the video. We are going to cover what is personal branding and how it is an extension of content creation. Also, how content creation is an extension of design. Next, I'm going to keep it practical and talk about how do you monetize a personal brand. Then beyond money, how does personal branding and content creation help designers grow as a human being? And lastly, why designers have an unfair advantage of playing the personal branding game and how you can actually enter the game without actually realizing that the odds are in your favor. I'm also sharing a PDF version of my personal branding launchpad for free in my WhatsApp design community. Link will be in the description. The launchpad is a set of questions that will help you clear your mind on should you spend your time on building your personal brand or not? And if the answer is yes, then why? It will just take you 30 to 40 minutes to answer the questions and get that mental clarity. At the core, it's basically a tool to not overthink personal branding. I know designers love to sharpen their axe until they get bored and then they quit. I want you to take a swing with your axe as fast as possible with just enough preparations. So do check it out. We have a lot to uncover, but if you're new to my content, my name is Bharat and this is my 8th year in personal branding and 12th year in design. And if you haven't subscribed to my content, please go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much. So, what is personal branding? If you have clicked this video, probably you already know the answer of what is personal branding, but still let me add my perspectives. To me, personal branding is being known for our expertise and personality. Basically, making use of what we know to tell people or signal people who we are. Another way to look at it, and this is for people who take it more seriously than a hobby, more like a side hustle and an alternate career. For them, they should consider personal branding as building a legit online business using your own unique life experiences. And then you can also look at personal branding from a spiritual or a social lens. By that point of view, personal branding is the process of finding out who you are and who are like you. Now let's talk about money, the most popular motivation to get into personal branding and content creation. It is one of the best reason to get started. It is also the most practical reason for people like us who come from middle class scarcity background to get started. Now just to be clear, I said best reason to get started. To sustain and to survive for years, you need other reasons beyond money. We will talk about them in the video as well, but let's first talk about money. So there are two ways personal branding helps you make money: direct and indirect. As a personal brand, once you establish your authority and have built a distribution, you can monetize it. First direct method of making money is brand deals. You make content and you advertise products within your content. They can be dedicated videos or integrations. If your videos are longer like a podcast, you can have multiple integration slots. There is actually a complete science to this. We will uncover this in future videos. Next is selling your own product like a course or a book or a cohort or a paid community. Next is affiliate marketing, which is marketing somebody else's product on your channel, driving traffic to their products through your affiliate link so that you get 5 to 10% commission whenever your audience goes to the website and buys it. Then you can charge money to speak at events, conduct workshops, and provide consultancy to startups. On YouTube and Twitter, you get paid by the platform for running ads on your content. Again, there is a completely different science to it. We will cover it some other day. Now, coming to the indirect ways of making money. First one is getting more clients, or what we call in business lead generation. It happens because you get constantly exposed to new people on the internet because of your content. Then for the same reason, if you're looking for a job, there is a higher chance for you to be visible in front of hiring managers because again, for online reach. Another indirect way is authority building, which is the fact that because of your content, you are likely to be perceived as an authority figure in your domain, which basically increases your value in the job market. Another way is being able to network with individuals with high net worth. For example, you can see how certain podcasters get to meet and know billionaires by inviting them to their podcasts. In general, you simply increase the probability of getting lucky because of being exposed to many people who could use your help. That was all outcomes pointing to money. Let's talk about all the non-monetary benefits and reasons to build a personal brand. First one is creative challenge. I have said this in a previous video as well, that your dream job is still a job, which means every job has creative work and boring work. So not every day at your work you will get creative problems to solve. In those days when you have cravings for creative challenge, your side hustle comes to rescue. Building a personal brand can be that side hustle. Next is fulfillment. Throughout human history, helping others has been essential for survival and the well-being of our communities. As a result, our brains have evolved to associate helping others with feelings of pleasure and fulfillment. Any human who has ever helped another human knows what I'm talking about here, right? It's actually very simple. Helping others gives us pleasure. Then there is discovery, and this can be an entire YouTube channel in itself, but to keep it short, what happens when you start making content with utmost creative liberty is you recognize what your interests are. For example, you can create 1,000 types of content about Ambani wedding, but you decided to pick this one particular topic which actually tells a lot about you, right? And as you grow and pick one out of 1,000 paths every day, you leave behind a trail of choices for you to look back and understand who you were and who you are. Now, every day we get up from bed with the hope to make a better future, and pursuing a personal brand adds to that hope narrative, because there is a legit chance that business you can build with personal brand can literally change the course of your career and drive you towards financial freedom. Now, this one is interesting. You see, creative problem solving, visual storytelling, user experience understanding, attention to detail, and many more skills form the core of content creation, and designers are sitting on that gold mine of skill sets, right? And that is why I say designers have an unfair advantage in content creation. For example, for everyone, be it a designer or non-designer, after a point of time when extrinsic motivation starts to dry off, intrinsic motivation is the only thing that keeps them going. But at the same time, designers have a natural interest to create, which is why they are most likely to consistently produce high quality content, as they're driven by a genuine passion for creating something new and original. Now, you can ask any designers, they would say that the proudest moment for them is when they see their designs being used by their users. It gives us a sense of virtue and fulfillment to help others with our creative output, and content creation is a playground for that. Next, designers get a head start in test, tool, and user understanding. Let's start with test. As a designer, you have a trained intuition of what looks good and what doesn't, because you are exposed to different types of aesthetics and you have mindfully studied them. And it is not just aesthetics, you also have a good intuition about what people might like and what people might not like. So you have a huge advantage there. Then coming to tools, we use complex layer-based design tools daily. That just sets up the stage for us to learn editing in no time, because we have the fundamentals sorted. And finally, user understanding. I have been recently studying business books, and every book starts with one chapter, which is first understand the user. That's the building block of building a business. Our core skill as a designer is actually the core skill to build a business. And like I said earlier, personal branding is exactly that, which is it is building an internet business in the creator economy. And the last thing in this short list of unfair advantage is content design. In both content and design, you have the responsibility to help the consumer with your creative skills. In design, you have users. Here you have audience. In both cases, you need to make your solution worth the consumer's time. In both cases, you iterate with feedback. In design, you iterate the same output. In content, you improve your next output. But listening to feedback is common in both. In both cases, you have the creative liberty to paint your canvas. In content creation, it is much more, because there are no real boundaries other than laws, ethics, and your own creative limits. So what's the takeaway from all of this? The skills that we have as designers are not limited to us being a designer. It is fundamental and transferable. You can take design skills, top it up, and become a product manager or a tech startup founder or a teacher or a filmmaker or a content creator and a personal brand. Now, I can only help you with utilizing your design background to become a content creator and diversify your source of income, and more importantly, your sources of fun. I would highly encourage you to try out the Personal Branding Launchpad. Link will be in the description. It just takes 30 to 45 minutes, but The mental clarity that you get by answering those questions is invaluable. That's it for the video. For more content on personal branding and design, please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Thank you.